Let's start my winter arc. Hello, October vlog. I'm starting this a little bit into October because I feel like I've just been a bit busy, a bit emotional. If you saw my September vlog, I was talking about my emotions, and yeah, still, going through a little bit, still a little bit emotional, but I am feeling positive. And at the start of the video, I talked about how I'm starting my winter arc, and I am doing that, and that has been really helpful to just make sure that I'm really looking after myself, because I do feel emotional, so it is important that I'm supporting myself like physically through this as well. But I wanted to run through with you what I'm doing for my winter arc, like what the rules are. So first up, I've been waking up at 5 a.m. every weekday. I usually, before this, I'd wake up at like 6:30 and then like get ready for work and leave. But I'm waking up at 5 a.m. and then spending that first hour just working on my goals and like being productive. And I've loved it. I've really loved it. I've done it for 2 weeks now, nearly 2 full weeks. And it makes me feel so accomplished. It's so nice. But I have noticed, especially in the second week, it's made me feel so tired. So I do wonder if it's sustainable, if it's something that I really should be doing. I've been wanting to go to bed earlier to obviously be able to get up earlier, but I've been failing at that bit. But my problem is that it's here in the UK, it's Big Brother season, and I want to watch Big Brother because I love that show. That's on at 9 p.m. So the earliest I could go to bed is 10. But then even then, I do like my whole teeth care and stuff and get ready for bed, and by that point it's like nearly 11 when I'm going to sleep. So that's what, 6 hours sleep, which is not the ideal. It's not really what I want. So I might have to look at that a little bit and rejig it. But yeah, that's what I do. I get up at 5 a.m, do goals for an hour. I then do my yoga and I meditate, and then I read for 10 minutes. I'm currently reading 3 books actually, 2 fiction, 1 non-fiction. So in the morning I read the non-fiction for 10 minutes, then I start getting ready for work, and then throughout my routine of getting ready, I journal, I do my morning pages, and I write some of my book because I'm currently writing a novel. So I write some of that. Then other things in the winter arc are aiming to work out 3 times a week. I've been failing at that because I've been finding myself quite busy after work, and I'm working more hours at work. So I'm finishing work at 5 p.m, walking home. So I get home by like 5:30, and then it feels like I just have so much to do because I obviously need to make dinner, then I need to clean up from dinner, then I need to like shower and get ready for tomorrow, and it just feels like there's a lot. So I haven't been working out consistently, but I would like to, because I know it would make me feel less tired, and I know it makes me feel really good. So definitely need to do that. And then the other thing that I've been doing is trying to have enough calories every day, because I'm trying to gain weight, because I'd like to be heavier in order to be healthier. And yeah, so I'm trying to eat a certain amount of calories every day, and I think I've been doing all right at that. I'm using these mass gainer milkshakes, which are helping to give me that extra boost of calories in my day. So those are all the things I think I'm doing. I don't know if I've missed any. I guess going on my phone less. I've been trying to go on my phone a lot less, and I also deleted some social media apps that I was just finding myself on so much, and I just realised that this is not really too healthy for me, so deleted them, and have said that I will use them once a week, but I'm going to use them on the computer so that it's way more intentional, and I think that will be just beneficial for me, essentially. So yeah, that's what October's looked like so far, just doing my winter arc. And then today's Thursday, nearly the weekend, thank goodness. This week I've felt so tired, and yeah, it's probably my own doing from getting myself up at 5 a.m. every morning. But this weekend we're going out for my friend's birthday, and I'm so excited. And my friend from uni's coming down. I'm seeing her for the first time since February, which was my birthday, and we're going out. I'm so excited. I think it's going to be so fun. So can't wait for that. And then next week, me and my friend are going to France for my other friend's birthday because she's having a party in France because that's where she lives. And that's all really exciting as well. And then obviously there's Halloween at the end of the month. So it's going to be a good month, but I just need to continue my arc, but also just make sure I'm looking after myself. And maybe, yeah, keep an eye on the whole getting up at 5 a.m. and seeing if it's really suitable for me, or potentially changing it a bit where I go to bed earlier and maybe just, I don't know, watch Big Brother like a day behind. Although I love it. I love my 9 p.m. Big Brother time. I do. I really, this is so great. I love Big Brother so much. And I'm really liking it this year. So we'll think about that one. In yesterday's clip, I said that I was going out tomorrow for my friend's birthday and that one of my friends from uni is travelling down. Now, this friend from uni, it was her birthday in May, but I wasn't able to give her birthday present because I didn't see her. And for her birthday, I got her 10 books. That it was supposed to be kind of like an advent calendar thing where she opened a book every day before her birthday, but obviously that ship has kind of sailed. So if she wants to open them all at once, she absolutely can. And I'm going to wrap them tonight because I'm seeing her tomorrow. I'm going to give them to her tomorrow. But I thought I'd go through the books with you before I wrap them up, essentially. And it's quite funny, a lot of these books that I bought her, I haven't actually read myself. They're just kind of books that I've heard about and thought, I want to read that, and I've added to my reading list. And then I essentially went through my reading list and thought, which books would she like, do I think? What would be up her street? So yeah, a lot of them I haven't actually read before, so I'll be waiting to hear all her reviews to hear if I then need to read the book. So the first book that I got her was The Maidens by Alex Michaelides, something like that. This book, honestly, couldn't tell you what it's about off the top of my head, but this is one that I hadn't read, but I heard about it, and when I heard about it, I thought, this is right up her street. I think it's a little bit dark academia, which is what she likes. A Secret History is one of her favourite books of all time. So I saw this and I thought, you know what? I think this might be up her street. I just skimmed over the blurb and it sounds so similar to A Secret History. So it's set in Cambridge in the UK, and it's about a girl called Mariana, and she met her husband here, and he has died, and then she has a friend who has another friend who was murdered, and it says there's mysteries that entangle a society full of secrets, and there's an exclusive set. So this is what sounds like Secret History. Exclusive set of students known only as the Maidens, a group under the sinister influence of the enigmatic Professor Edward Foster. Literally sounds like The Secret History. So I hope that she will enjoy this one. But yeah, it sounds right up her street. And if she does enjoy it, and if she tells me that it's good, I will buy it myself and read it myself. Next, another one that I have not read is Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. I'm so bad at pronouncing names, so apologies for every single author's name that is pronounced. This one was recommended by Jack Edwards, the booktuber, and it's by the author who did The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which I have not read yet, but I wanted to read that one, and apparently this one is very good as well. Again, I don't know what it's about, so let's take a look at the blurb. So I've read the blurb, or like the blurb that's on the back of the book, and it still doesn't make any more sense, but it says, 3 young women, their bodies planted in the same soil, their stories tangling like roots. One grows high and one grows deep and one grows wild, and all of them grow teeth. Okay, just skimmed the like proper blurb inside, and it sounds like essentially it follows 3 women who are alive at different times, but they're all buried in the same soil because they've all now passed away, and I assume their stories are going to intertwine. So hopefully Fran, my friend, will love this one as well and can tell me if it's worth getting. Next, we have The Bell Jar. I don't believe she's read or has this, but now thinking about it, maybe she has and does, because she did study English Lit at uni. So I wonder if she's read this. She could have read this actually. I've not read this. I have my own copy that I want to read, just haven't got around to it yet. But I just thought if she hasn't read it, I feel like it's a book that probably every woman has to read. But it's about a woman who is kind of navigating like life essentially, I think, and like navigating decisions and what she should do, I believe. But again, I haven't read this one either, so I'll be very interested to hear what she thinks of the Bell Jar, and I really need to read my version as well. I need to get on that. I've got so many books to read, so yeah, I'll read my version at some point. Next, have read this one. I got her The Outsiders by S.C. Hinton. This is my favourite book of all time, so that's why I bought this for her, because it's my favourite book of all time. Love it so much. I actually have a video on this book if you are intrigued and like want to know more about it. But The Outsiders is essentially, I think it's set in the 60s, and it's about teen boys in gangs and essentially what happens when the gang warfare goes too far. And it's an incredible book. It's so short, so easy to read, great characters. I love it. I love it. And I just am dying for her to read it. I've already bought it for, I think a lot of my friends have read it actually. Most of my friends have read it because I've like forced them to. And this is one friend who hasn't been forced yet, so I'm now forcing her to read it. But yes, absolute favourite book. Next, I got her My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell, and again, one that I haven't read but is on my to read list. And I felt like this was her vibe, because I feel like she likes dark academia, but I feel like she also likes just quite dark stories anyway, and gothic stories. And this is obviously called My Dark Vanessa, and I thought it seemed a bit gothic potentially. It does have Stephen King giving a quote at the top, so that suggests to me that I'm right and it probably is a bit gothic. But it seems that this book is essentially about a girl who has sex with a teacher when she's like 15, so essentially is abused, groomed, whatever, by a teacher. And then about, I think he gets accused by someone else or something, and probably about her making a decision on if she comes forward as well or not. I do know when I heard about this book, someone talked about like similarities to Lolita, or like just, I don't know, kind of building on the ideas in Lolita. And yeah, I just thought it sounded really interesting. And again, I think she likes quite dark stories, so I feel like this will hopefully be right up her street as well. Now, this next one, I didn't actually buy for her. This is The Danger Gang by Tom Fletcher. And I need to confirm, look, it's got green edges as well. I need to confirm if it's Tom Fletcher, aka Tom Fletcher from McFly. Essentially, I bought her 9 books. I ordered her 8 books from World of Books, which is a shop where you can get secondhand books. That's where I got most of these books from, apart from one other that I had to get from eBay because it wasn't on World of Books. Yeah, I bought her 8 books, and then this was just in the package as well, so I don't know if they did it on purpose, like gave me another book because I bought 8 or what, but this was in there. But I saw the name Tom Fletcher and she actually loves McFly, so I thought, you know what a happy coincidence, but I need to check that this is actually written by him, because imagine if it's another man. I got interrupted then, but yes, I need to confirm that this is actually written by the right Tom Fletcher. But I thought, might as well give it to her if it is written by him, because she loves McFly, so I'm sure she'd appreciate it, even though I think it's a kid's book. I don't know what it's about. It's about the Danger Gang and it's danger time, so she doesn't even have to read it. She could just like keep it on her shelf as like McFly Tom Fletcher memorabilia. So next, another one that I have not read. This is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. This one, again, very dark academia vibe, and I feel like it's also quite Shakespearean, because obviously These Violent Delights is from Romeo and Juliet. I think the quote is, "These violent delights often have violent ends," or something like that. But let me take a little look at the blurb to remember what this is actually about. Okay, so I think it's a retelling of Romeo and Juliet, because there's a girl and a man, and their families are in a feud. Nice. Yeah, I think this is a retelling of Romeo and Juliet. This review says a deliciously dark twist on Romeo and Juliet. So there we go. She loves Shakespeare as well as a lit student. So I'm hoping she'll really enjoy this one. And yeah, if she does, as like all the other ones, I will be getting it and I will be reading it as well. This next book is Ripe by Sarah Rose Etter. Now this one, again, while I think it does have that dark vibe that I believe she enjoys, I do think this is maybe a little bit different than the other books that she reads, but I think it would be quite nice for her to like, you know, branch out a little bit and read. Like, I feel like this is a bit more like literary fiction, and I don't believe, I could be wrong, I don't know every book she reads. I believe she does mainly like series and like fantasy and like dark academia and stuff like that, I believe is what she mainly reads. So yeah, something that's maybe a bit more literary fiction might be nice for her to try out. And the cover is so cool, but I'll read you the blurb of this one. Cassie is trapped in a corporate nightmare between long hours, toxic bosses, and unethical projects. She struggles to reconcile the glittering promise of a city where obscene wealth lives along abject poverty. Startup burnouts leap into the paths of commuter trains, and men literally set themselves on fire in the streets. But Cassie is never alone. From her earliest memory, the black hole has been her constant companion. It watches, but it also waits. Its relentless pull draws Cassie ever closer as the world around her unravels. When her CEO's demands cross an illegal line and her personal life spirals towards a bleak precipice, Cassie must decide whether the trembling fruits of Silicon Valley are worth the pain or succumb to the black hole. Sounds good. Sounds really good. So I'm excited to see how she gets on with this one. 2 books left. Next we have Demon Copperfield by Barbara Kingsolver, and this is another recommendation from the booktuber Jack Edwards. This is a retelling of David Copperfield, written by Charles Dickens. She loves Charles Dickens. I hate Charles Dickens books. I don't get on with them at all. But, you know, as someone who studied literature, she really likes Charles Dickens, so I thought this one would be quite nice for her, and apparently it's really good. It's a retelling of David Copperfield, and yeah, apparently it's really good. It won the Women's Prize for Fiction in 2023, and I've heard great things, and I really want to buy and read this as well, but I'm giving it to her first for her to read, and hopefully she really enjoys it. I'm quite intrigued into which of the books she will read first, and also if there's any that she will just never read, because I mean, she might open one and be like, I have literally no interest in this book, and if that is the case, that's completely fair enough, but it would just be very interesting to know which ones they were that she had no interest in. Yeah, I'll be very intrigued, but I think she will read this one. I feel like this is up her street. And finally, we have a book that I've actually read, and this is The Foxhole Court by Nora pronunciation Sakavik. Yes, Sakavik, I'm sure that's right. And this is a book I read when I was a teen, and it was actually recommended to me by one of my best friends who read this book and read the whole series, because it's a series, and I really enjoyed it. And I feel like my friend will really enjoy it because it really gave me like haiku vibes, like as in the anime. Essentially, this book is about a sport. Is it lacrosse or is it a made-up sport? Doesn't say what the sport is, but it's either lacrosse or it's something similar that is potentially made up. But essentially it's about a sports team, a boys sports team, and about just all the angst and drama that comes from this sports team. And yeah, just very much like haiku vibes, even like the colours and this is giving haiku. And I remember really enjoying it, and it's LGBT, I'm pretty sure, and just really nice, and like the characters are really cool, and like it's just really interesting, and it's a series as well. So I've got her the first book. I've only read the first book. I didn't read all the others in the series. But I really feel like this would be up her street, like completely. I feel like she really, really loved this. I feel like I've recommended this to her before, so hopefully she hasn't got it. But yeah, and that is the 10th and final book. It's actually quite funny that I've only read 2 of them. But I think it's because we have very different tastes. We have very different, tastes. We read very different books, I think. So I was looking at my bookshelf and kind of thinking, what could I buy her that I've read that she would actually like and that she hasn't read? Because, like, for example, we've both read The Secret History because she bought it for me to read. We've both read Song of Achilles, for example. We've both read a few classic books like Frankenstein and like Jane Austen and like Virginia Woolf. We've both read them. But then all the other books that I'd like read that I'm pretty sure she hasn't read, I just didn't know if she'd actually like them, and I wanted to give her books that I really thought she would like based on recommendations in the past, based on what she reads, based on what she likes. So hopefully I've done a good job, and hopefully she enjoys these books and is happy to receive them. But now I need to wrap them all, and I'm going to write a little note in, like, not in the book, I'm gonna like write a note on some paper and put a note in every one as well, just to be like, this is why I got you this book, like a little explanation. And I might also like decorate the wrapping with like ribbons, but we'll see how much I do, because I am seeing her tomorrow, and I think I'm being picked up at 1 to go to my friend's house to get ready, although I feel like I might be ready anyway, because I don't know, I don't like getting ready at someone else's house, because like I just don't, I'd have to bring all my stuff. I'm like, I might as well just go to you ready. But yeah, I think I'm being picked up at 1, which is not that late. Like, that's not too much of the day, especially as I kind of want to sleep in a little bit, because I'm getting a bit ill, and we're going out, and I'm gonna be like drunk and tired. So I kind of wanted to sleep in a little bit tomorrow. So we'll see how much time I get to actually, you know, decorate these presents, because I'll definitely get them all wrapped and everything and get all the little notes. But will I have time to, you know, decorate and all that? We will see, basically. We will see if that happens. But those are all the books I got for her, and I'm so excited to see her tomorrow. It's just been way too long, and I'm also excited to see the birthday girl, and I'm excited to go out. I think it's going to be so fun. Like, I'm so excited. I'm so ready to go out. It's going to be so fun. But tonight I need to wash my hair. That's what I need to do, because it's looking a mess. Wash my hair, and I'm gonna have Chinese for dinner and watch Big Brother. Perfect night, to be honest. So I'm gonna go. So I have royally flopped with this October vlog, and it's now December and we've missed November, so I thought I would put November and October together, but this will be the only clip for November, and I'm of course not even filming it in November. I'm filming it in December. But the end of October they didn't film, and November were just crazy months, so filming was just a bit difficult. But the end of October was really fun. I think I mentioned that I was going to France in October. Did that, went for my friend's birthday, and that was so fun. We all dressed up and had a big party, and I had a great time, honestly. Then came back to the UK, and I went to a very last minute Halloween party and pulled together a very last minute Halloween costume, and that was the end of November, and it was hectic and fun at the end there. Then we have November, where I did a few things, but mainly November was a month of illness. I got quite ill. I ended up being quite ill for the majority of the month, so didn't really film much and didn't really do much, to be honest. Had a weekend in bed, just being sick the whole time. That was really fun, like throwing up the whole weekend, and just, yeah, spent pretty much the whole month very ill. I did, however, go see a Lorde concert near the end of the month. I think it was the 20th of November. I went to see Lorde. That was amazing. That was like a spiritual experience. It was so cool. Her stage production was amazing, and she sang so much of Melodrama, which is like my favourite album of all time, so I was very happy with that. And also I love her new album as well, so any song, she did all the songs on the new album, I think, and they were all great as well. So had a very, very lovely time at that concert. And then at the end of the month, my family did a little pre-Christmas come down with me, where we got into teams and we all had to cook a dish and then vote for which dish was the best and all of that. And I was paired with my sister, and we won for our course, which was really cool, really fun. We had Scandinavia, and we won, so that was really nice. Yeah, that was kind of November. Not much going on, to be honest, just because of the illness. So it was a lot of illness and working, and that was mainly what happened in the month. But I'm much better now, and I am very much looking forward to December. And you will, of course, see everything that I get up to in December in my monthly vlog for December. But that is it. That is probably the shortest of a segment for a whole month. That was November, but it was just one of those months, unfortunately. But that's fine. We've salvaged the vlog because we've put the 2 months together. So we missed a month, but that's okay. I will definitely be back for December. December, I think, is going to be very fun, filled with a lot of fun, festive activities, and I'm very excited to do them all. So I'll see you in my next vlog. Thank you for watching. Bye.